In Chapter 6, we're going to be talking about the concepts of energy and metabolism. Chapter 6 will also tie together some loose ends from our second unit. So, what is metabolism? Well, we can define metabolism as the sum total of the chemical reactions that occur in a living thing. But I don't want you to think of metabolism as a single linear chemical reaction. Think of metabolism as a roadmap, thousands and thousands and thousands of different chemical reactions. And in many instances, the products of one reaction will serve as the reactants of another. And all of these chemical reactions are regulated by enzymes. And we'll talk about how enzymes work as these biological catalysts to regulate metabolism. So again, if we want to look at this in very simple terms, substance A can be acted upon with enzyme 1 to create substance B, which is acted upon by enzyme 2 for C and D. Now think of this as a convoluted roadmap of all of these thousands of different chemical reactions together. This is what metabolism really is all about. If we want to break metabolism into two basic processes, we can think of the reactions as either catabolic pathways or anabolic pathways. Catabolic pathways are degradation reactions, reactions where we're going to break down larger molecules into smaller ones. And we already know some of the ways that this happens using dehydration synthesis and hydrolysis, right? So which of those reactions, dehydration synthesis or hydrolysis, was a catabolic pathway? If you thought hydrolysis, you're correct, right? Hydrolysis reactions are where we break down the larger molecules into smaller ones. Now, these processes, these catabolic pathways, release or liberate some energy. I don't want you to think of it as creating energy because we're about to get into that topic in just a second, but think of some of this free energy that's going to be used by some other energy form in just a moment here. So a good example of a catabolic pathway is aerobic cellular respiration. And in its simple terms, we have a molecule of glucose that we're going to use oxygen to break down to create carbon dioxide and water. So we've taken this large molecule and we've broken it down into smaller molecules, and this has liberated some energy that we'll use to do some other things. So this is a catabolic process. An anabolic process is a building process, right? Like dehydration synthesis. So this is where we'll form large molecules from smaller ones. These processes typically consume energy or require an energy input. So, for example, photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, we're going to take carbon dioxide and water, and we're going to use an energy source such as light, photons of light from the sun, and we're going to use that to build a larger molecule of sugar and liberate some oxygen.